Morning. Here are the things you need to know to be successful on the assignment. You need to know that y equals 2x minus 5, something in that equation. Remember, that is called slope intercept form. That is going to be parallel to any line that has a 2 as the slope. So 2x plus 0 is going to be parallel, 2x plus 1 plus 3 plus 9. Anything with a 2x there is going to be parallel because of that same slope of 2. You also need to know that a horizontal line is just y equals 4, something like that. Y equals 3, y equals 2, y equals 1. You need to know that a vertical line is anything that has just x equals anything. X equals 3, x equals 6, x equals 9. Anything that has a vertical, just x equals something, will be a vertical line. It's also helpful to remember the point slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And remember that equation, it just helps us use a point. We could plug in any point we want, and then we can just count the slope. So this will be a lot easier to use sometimes. Like if I wanted a point to go through that point, I could just put in um, 3 for the y value. So y minus 3 equals m times x minus 1.5. And whatever my m is, it will go through that point. So um, that's just another helpful tip. And then lastly, we need to know how to restrict the domain. So let's go back to this green line. Let's say I only wanted to look at the values between x equals 0 and x equals 2 right here. What I would do is I would have to put this squiggly bracket that's next to the letter P, and I would say 0 less than x less than 2. So what it does is it snips the graph, and now it's stuck only between 0 and 2. If I wanted to do the same thing for the red line, but I wanted to do it, let's say, from 2.5 to 4 right there, I would do the squiggly bracket next to P, and I'd say 2.5 is less than x, but x has to be less than 4. Again, that's how we kind of snip those graphs. Hopefully this is helpful, and if you can do this, you should be able to be successful. Oh, and then lastly, um, if I wanted to highlight a specific point, let's say like 4 comma 3, it doesn't have the coordinate next to it, but if you press label, you can actually make it bigger, which is really nice, and then it labels that point right there for you. The last thing is when you do your screenshot, make sure that you have your name up there, the picture, and all of your equations. Okay, that's what I need for you to have in your screenshot. Thanks, guys. Hopefully you learned something.